Listen. Do you hear that? What's that sound? Is that thunder? Is it an earthquake? What is that? Whoa! Wait a minute. It's not thunder. Nor is it an earthquake. I just heard an animal roaring. Oh my god! It can't be! It's Godzilla! And it's his 70th birthday! I can't believe it's already Godzilla's 70th birthday, folks. That's right, 70 kaiju-rific years. And yet Godzilla continues to go strong ever since 1954. And yet he continues to amaze and astound audiences and fans across the globe with his charm, his ferocity, and his awesomeness. It's been 10 years since everyone, including my family and me, celebrated his 60th anniversary, or 60th birthday, and it's been 20 years since we all celebrated his 50th birthday in 2004. I'm telling you, it's a great time to be a Godzilla fan. With a total filmography of 38 films, 33 Japanese Godzilla movies, and 5 American Godzilla movies, and counting. Along with IDW Publishing bringing out more Godzilla comics. For 70 years, Godzilla still continues to capture the hearts of millions and millions of fans, whether they are young or old, or if they are newcomers or veterans to the 70-year series. 2024 marks the anniversary of the most iconic and well-loved and well-known big-screen kaiju. Many of you know my story of how Godzilla and I came to be. I have been a passionate Godzilla fan for 30 years, and I still remember my first Godzilla movie one Saturday night. And it was on that Saturday night that my life changed forever. My love and passion for this radioactive, badass dinosaur has never withered away. Godzilla has been around for over 70 years, longer than I have been around. And there are lots of people who have known Big G longer than I have. Not to mention the 4 men responsible for the creation of our iconic radioactive reptile. That's right, Tomoyuki Tanaka, Ijiro Honda, Eiji Tsuburaya, and last but not least, Akira Fukube. These men were the brainchild. These were the masterminds behind Godzilla's creation, and it was destiny and if destiny and fate hadn't brought these gifted men together, the world would have been a totally different place. I cannot imagine a world without Godzilla. I don't think anyone can imagine a world without Godzilla. And it's because of these men, Godzilla remains to this day as not only a pop culture icon, and not just a movie monster, but Godzilla is also a metaphor, a warning for mankind's careless use of atomic weapons, as well as a symbol and for the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Unlike the later Godzilla films, the original 1954 film is a dark, grim, serious, and somber movie that is more than just a monster movie. Both the movie and Godzilla are a message to the world that serves as a solid reminder that nature can strike back with unrelenting force, and to remind the world of the true dark nature of atomic bombs. Godzilla is our warning. Godzilla is the messenger. Godzilla is the metaphor of nuclear weapons and mankind's arrogance. And Gareth Edwards, the director of Godzilla 2014, said it best: Godzilla is the punishment we deserve. The series continued into the 1960s and 1970s, and as the years went by, Godzilla became a hero to humanity, a defender, and a role model that young children can look up to. Throughout his 70-year history, Godzilla's role changes. In some movies, he's a force of nature, a destroyer. In some movies, he's saving the world from monsters and aliens. And in some movies, he's an anti-hero. But it doesn't matter what role Godzilla plays in his movies, whether he is reminding mankind of what happens when you use science and technology in the wrong way, or Godzilla is our beacon of hope, or stuff like that. Godzilla will always be Godzilla. Godzilla is Godzilla, and we will always love him and idolize him and marvel at his awesomeness no matter what. Godzilla continues to inspire everyone across the globe. Now, the question we all want to know is, what makes Godzilla so special? What is it that makes Godzilla appealing to us? What is it that we love so much about him? And how do some of us relate to him in a way? After 70 years, how does Godzilla still manage to remain relevant and be so popular and loved for so long by fans across the earth? Well, Godzilla has been going strong for good reason, and the fan base is overwhelmingly at an all-time high. Thanks to Tanaka and Honda and Subra and Ifukube, these men knew deep down that Godzilla would be a monster-sized success and remain the most iconic monster ever to be created. Godzilla will continue to capture the hearts of millions and millions of people, fans and future filmmakers for generations to come. Godzilla is immortal. Our Godzilla has been recognized across the globe, and he continues to defy expectations and has made astounding achievements no other movie monster can hope to match. In 1996, Godzilla received the MTV Lifetime Achievement Award. Well done, Mr. Godzilla, and keep up the roarsome work. But wait, there's more to come. WatchMojo.com listed Godzilla as number 1 on their top 10 giant movie monster list. And another one ranked Godzilla as the number 44 or the 44th greatest villain of all time. In 1977, Blue Oyster Cult scored a major hit song, Godzilla. The song is a tongue-in-cheek tribute to our legendary King of the Monsters, and I recommend checking that song out. Godzilla's fame and dinosaurian appearance has influenced the scientific community. Godzilla even has a dinosaur named after him. The Godzilla is a genus of coelophysid dinosaur named by the retired paleontologist and admitted Godzilla fan Kenneth Carpenter. Although the question is Godzilla a valid species? Well, you might want to research on that, because who knows, maybe it may or may not be. Anyway, moving on. Next, Dacosaurus, an extinct marine crocodile of the Jurassic period, which researchers informally nicknamed Godzilla. Paleontologists have written tongue-in-cheek speculative articles about Godzilla's biology, with Ken Carpenter tentatively classifying Godzilla as a ceratosaur based on his skull shape, four-fingered hands, and dorsal scutes. Darren Nash, another well-known paleontologist, expressed skepticism while commenting on Godzilla's unusual morphology. Again, Godzilla's a movie monster. It's a bit of creative license, so I don't think Godzilla's meant to be like, for scientific research and all that. Godzilla is a movie monster. It's nothing for like serious academic research. But for the movie history, yes, but paleontological research, not so much. You know what I mean. Anyway, moving on. Ever since Godzilla was unleashed in 1954, he has also made a huge impact and inspired lots of big name filmmakers like Tim Burton, John Carpenter, Steven Spielberg, who cited Godzilla as the inspiration for Jurassic Park. Steven Spielberg regards the original 1954 Godzilla as the most masterful of all the dinosaur movies because it made you believe it was happening. Well said, Steven. And in April of 2015, Godzilla once again made headlines. The Central Shinjuku Ward of Tokyo named Godzilla an official cultural ambassador. During an unveiling of a giant Godzilla bust at Toho headquarters, Shinjuku Mayor Kenichi Yoshizumi stated, "Godzilla is a character that is the pride of Japan." The mayor extended a residency certificate to an actor in a rubber suit representing Godzilla, but as the suit's hands were not designed for grasping, it was accepted on Godzilla's behalf by a Toho executive. Reporters who were present at the ceremony also noted that the Shinjuku ward has been flattened by Godzilla in 3 movies from Toho. Throughout the years, Godzilla has taken the world by storm. Godzilla's success has inspired the creation of numerous other monsters, like Daiei's Gamera, the giant turtle, along with his own impressive roster of giant monsters. Next was Nikatsu's Gappa, the Trihibian monster, in Shochiku's Gyalala, the space monster, to name a few, from Japan. And there's Reptilicus from Denmark, along with South Korea's very own Godzilla, Yongari. And then there's North Korea's lesser known kaiju, Pulgasari, however you say that. And United Kingdom's has their own Godzilla, Gorgo. And last but not least, the Cloverfield monster. Out of all the monsters in the world, Godzilla had been given a special award to cement his status as the true king of the monsters. During Godzilla's 50th birthday in 2004, Hollywood paid tribute to the king of the monsters by rewarding Godzilla his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Fans across the globe celebrated this monumental moment in Godzilla's long reign as king of the monsters. And that's part 1. I'm just breaking this down into 2 parts so that it doesn't feel like it's dragging on, because I put a lot of thought and effort into this. So stay tuned for the second part of my Godzilla speech called Godzilla, a pop cultural icon, a metaphor of nuclear weapons, the king of the monsters, and my childhood hero, written exclusively by me, Mark Redburn. Alright, stay tuned, and happy 70th Godzilla, and everyone keep being roarsome.